Tonight, looking at your health, the lawns of the Legislature will be a vibrant shade of green tomorrow. The Victoria Lyme Support Group, which is made up of people diagnosed with Lyme disease, will be wearing lime green to draw attention to their affliction. They say people need to know the risks, and doctors need to be better educated to properly diagnose and to treat what can become a debilitating disease. Your channel's Astrid Braunschmidt has the story.
3 women, different ages, different backgrounds, all suffering from what they believe is chronic Lyme disease.
I've had Lyme disease for 25 years and actually even spent 3 years in bed with extreme fatigue and pain.
And that I had started having little things go wrong with me, and I kept saying, well, it's age, you know, my back would go bad, and then I get dizzy, or my face would break out.
I would look at the sky and see like a fuzzy TV screen. The daytime sky was like all like black and white salt and pepper.
Lyme disease is most commonly caused by a bite from a bacteria-infected tick. Early symptoms include fever, headache, muscle and joint pain. Left untreated, it can affect the heart, nervous system, and cause joint problems and chronic pain. Now members of the Victoria Lyme Support Group, these women say the healthcare system failed them, offering many misdiagnoses.
I went to at least 10 specialists. I was diagnosed with MS, lupus, fibromyalgia, but the biggest, and stroke.
Eventually, each woman ended up in Dr. Ernie Murakami's office.
He said, you have signs, any doctor, if they really sat down, could see that you're in multiple organ failure. You know, and he said this is a symptom of having Lyme long term.
Newly retired Dr. Murakami was the only doctor in BC to offer the controversial diagnosis of chronic Lyme disease.
There's clearly an acute Lyme disease, and there's actually a real strong debate in the medical community as to whether there is really a disease of chronic Lyme disease, and if there is, the symptoms are obviously real, but the debate is whether it's actually caused by chronic infection with this organism.
To raise Lyme disease awareness, the Victoria Lyme Support Group will host a rally here at the Legislature tomorrow at 1 p.m. They say everybody, from doctors to the general public, needs to know more.
We want people, everybody, to know of the risks.
I think we do need a greater awareness of acute Lyme disease. It does exist, and so if you have somebody with a tick bite and a rash, they should be treated.
In the last 10 years, Dr. KENDALL says 68 confirmed cases of Lyme disease have been reported. The best way to prevent it is to take precautions against tick bites. In Victoria, Astrid Braunschmidt, A Channel News.
Well, people from across the province who suffer from Lyme disease gathered in Victoria today, calling on the province to implement better diagnostic guidelines and to improve training for doctors. The group was dressed in green, rallying outside the Legislature this afternoon. Lyme disease is caused when a person gets bitten by a tick carrying the infection. The group says many people who test negative for Lyme disease in BC then have positive results in testing done in the United States. Lyme sufferers are calling for improved blood testing in BC, better medical treatment, and increased awareness.
In my own personal experience, as well as other patients with Lyme disease, that the doctors and the medical community is not able to recognize the symptoms of Lyme disease. Quite often, Lyme is called the great imitator. It mimics many other diseases such as lupus, MS, ALS. So sometimes doctors have to go through a process of eliminating those possible diagnoses.
If Lyme disease is caught in its early stages, it usually is cured with antibiotics, but if it is left untreated, it can develop into arthritis, meningitis, heart problems, or other serious medical conditions. There are approximately 20,000 cases of the disease reported in the U.S. each year. In Canada, only 30. But the group claims that many actual cases go undiagnosed.